right. We are David Bowie. Half of us, that is. We are at half power right now, but full imaginations. And we are going to be performing a family portrait for you today. What we need is a location. I've got 3 Highwire deck cards. Justin, am I choosing the one on the left, on the right, or the center?
Right.
All right, my right. And the location that we got was cave.
Cave. Okay. Cave.
Cave.
Mohan's gonna be sorry he missed this.
We could dedicate it to him. You know, I'm going to be honest. When they said that living in a cave was like next level, I really wasn't here for it. I'm used to the luxuries of life, you know? I'm used to just kind of like, I don't know, having something other than stone around me 24/7. But you know what? It grows on you a little bit like a stalactite, or is it a stalagmite? But anyway, this camp enclave is like the most fab. I'm super glad that I, Tiffany, decided to join in. Okay, maybe I wasn't actually invited, but I'm here now.
As the park ranger here at the caves, I've been renting out these caves for oh God, I guess about 3 years now. And yeah, I'm a real outdoorsman, and I encourage everybody else to be the same. I feel like in our society we get a little too I don't know, into creature comforts, you know, and you know, we really need to get back to our roots as we were all animals at one time, basically. So I'm happy to help people, you know, reach back into our ancient past. So if you need me, I'm Ranger Smitty.
I am the spirit of this cave. I have seen many animals come and go, and plants as well, for plants also dwell in the cave, but only of a particular sort that like the heat from hydrothermal waters. But I am tired of these humans coming, although they do provide me with some entertainment. I suppose in a way I'm a lonely spirit, but recently a certain park ranger has been renting out these caves unbeknown to the park service. He's making money on the side, but I know all. I am the cave.
We cut to Tiffany and the ranger at the mouth of her cave. Like, I don't know what the other caves are like, but let me tell you, this one is super chill. I much appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, you know, I told you, you know, you should really come out. You know, we are living out in the suburbs like we do, or like I used to do, and you still do. You know, it really wears down on you eventually. You know, and that's why I got out of the neighborhood. You know, but I told you should come here and get in on this yourself, Tiff.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I know I'm still just kind of like a weekender, and I only like come out, you know, for like for the gram. But I mean, seriously though, like this is a lot cooler than I thought it would be. Like, I honestly thought it would just be gross.
No, yeah. Gross. Come on, we're getting back to our roots, you know. Here, it's like our ancestors used to hunt with their hands and like kill things with their hands, which is how we're going to begin dinner here this week.
Yeah. What is for dinner this weekend?
Well, whatever we can catch with our hands, you know. I'll take you out on a search party tonight, and you know, last time, you know, I just whatever we can get. Last time I tried to get a deer, it ended up kicking me in the groin and ended up getting away.
Oh.
So it got the better of me, you know. But I did get the best of a rabbit, so we ended up having a rabbit. So,
Okay.
but that's what it was like for our ancestors, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I mean, I guess now is about time to bring up that I'm vegan. So I guess.
What the hell is a vegan?
Oh, you're so funny. You know what it is. I only eat vegetables. You knew that. You knew that.
I thought that was a joke when I brought those steaks over to your house that time. I thought that was just like you were making a funny. You were cracking wise with me or something like that. Is that?
No. I mean, they looked like if I did eat meat, they did look good. But I mean, again, you know, like I do appreciate that you have taken the time to reach out to me, and it looks like me and me alone at this point. That's not weird at all that I'm the only one out here in these caves. We're just going to say it's that I'm the first one to take you up on this stunning offer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, we've had a couple people.
Vegan.
Yeah, we've had a couple people out here. We actually have.
Okay.
There were some mishaps. There were some learning experiences, you know. I don't. What's that?
There were more learning experiences. It sounds kind of like, I don't know, painful out here. Painful? Is that the word?
It's not necessarily painful, but I mean, that was a component of lives back thousands of years ago. You know, I made. What's up?
I just was thinking that, like, that's kind of the point of the advancements, is so stuff isn't as hard. I don't know. That's just silly, right?
That's what they say. That's what these young kids say these days. I feel like advancements are making us soft. You know, I was out in the suburbs. You know, grilling my meat on the grill, buying it from your local Harris Teeter or whatever, and I realized, you know what? I've spent a long time since I've actually fought a bear with my bare BARE hands. You know. And I got to get back to that, you know. I don't know. Call me old-fashioned.
I think that's a little bit more intense than old-fashioned, but that's just me. I don't know. Could you, like, real quick do a selfie with me? Because, you know, I've got to put this in my story. You just. Yeah, just lean over and smile.
Oh, that's okay. That's a.
Yeah, go ahead. Lean over and. Are you smile?
Oh.
No? Oh, okay. You're so funny. All right. I'm going to post that right away. All right.
Cut to Ranger Smitty alone in the cave.
Oh. Man, oh man, oh man. Just lonely solitude out here. I love it.
Yes, I know what that's like.
Tiffany? Tiffany, is that you?
No, it is not Tiffany. I have been thinking for a long time about reaching out to you as you've come into this cave, preparing your logistics.
Right. Ranger Walderson, this is okay. Look, I'll cut you in on the money from, if that's you, okay, I'll cut you in on the money I've been getting from renting these caves out. I haven't made all that much, to be honest with you, but you got to give me props, if you will, for my resourcefulness.
I care nothing for money, Ranger Smitty. I care about the history of the cave, which I have been here since the beginning.
Oh, you're the spirit of the cave, then.
I am.
I've heard stories about you. I didn't know if oh my God. Well, it's like I'm meeting a celebrity. How's it been living in this cave for thousands of years?
I know of no other way of existence, but through your trips here into the cave, I've learned more about the outside world because, contrary to your local knowledge, humans never lived in this cave before.
What? But our ancestors lived the very basic lifestyles like thousands of years ago, right? It had to have been in this cave. You had to have seen them.
Not here, no. This cave was known to be unsuitable for human life.
We cut to Tiffany in the cave by herself, we think. Okay, all right. Like this, it's just the weekend. I just need to find a place to plug in my phone. Is there a charger in here? Charger? I don't know. Maybe this cave's just a cave.
Just a cave?
Ranger Smitty, are you outside?
No, this is not Ranger Smitty. This is the spirit of the cave.
Oh my gosh. Nobody told me that this was like an auditory experience as well. This is super cool.
I've never had a friend before.
Okay. I can play along with this. This is like role playing. This is like Westworld kind of stuff. Sure. Hey, cave. I could be your friend. Oh. A little low tech, but you know what? It's
I can echo anything you say.
Oh. Oh my gosh. Anything that I could say. Let's say something like really oh, I know. Follow me for more stories.
Follow me for more stories.
It definitely sounds cooler. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I had my phone on. Is there like somebody in here with a microphone so this is like interactive? Because this is pretty cool.
This is no gimmick, Tiffany. I am a spirit who has been living and existing in this cave for untold millenniums.
How did you know my name? Oh, did you get it from Ranger Smitty? Or do you like really know?
I've been listening.
Okay, that's only a little bit. That's low grade creepy. So I guess we're gonna be roommates for the weekend then.
I want you to know that I have chosen you among all people who've entered this cave recently to be my friend. Thank you, Tiffany. And you can trust Ranger Smitty, for though he is a greedy man who wants to make more money, he also loves other human beings.
Okay. Cool. I mean, I didn't not trust him. I kind of left this suburbs and came all the way out to a cave that he's renting out under the table. So I do trust him. I just am confused how he had no idea that I was a vegan until now. But, he just doesn't understand those things. He's another generation, I guess. But you know what? This is cool. We can just take pictures with each other all weekend and post on our socials.
Cut to the ranger in the cave again. Oh, spirit of the cave, you talked to Tiffany, huh?
I did. She is my friend.
Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome. I invited her out here. We used to live near each other in the suburbs. And I invited her out here, to see and if she's the type of person that could get used to living in this type of environment, I kind of have a little bit of a thing for her. Do you think, since you're friends with both of us, could you be like an intermediary or something?
Well, since Tiffany is old enough, past the age of 18, I suppose that, and you're only 22, I suppose it isn't that strange of a matchup. Yes, I will be willing to intermediate between the two of you. if you so desire, but you have to do something that I desire.
Oh no. All right. What do you got, Spirit?
I wish you to perform an ancient ritual that will free me from the cave forever and let me go on into the next astral plane.
Oh, I guess I could do anything, but we've become good friends here. You don't want to stay here and sort of hang out with. All right. Well, whatever you want. I'll serve you.
I am weary of the earthly plane, and in the far reaches of this cave there is an inscription on a wall put there not by a human but by another spirit with an inscription of how to free me from the cave. Will you do it?
Yes, of course. If you'll help me out, I would be a real jerkwad to not help you out.
It's a deal, jerkwad.
We got to Tiffany and Ranger Smitty. Hey, so yeah. Can I eat that green stuff over there? Is that poisonous? Is it
Oh,
good?
that's lichen. I mean, you can eat it, but you probably wouldn't liken it if you know what I'm saying, right?
Oh, you made it funny.
I try, you know.
Very funny. That's funny.
You know, it's believed that our ancient ancestors even had humor back then. They found cave paintings going back to the like Prehistoric era of people pulling practical jokes on each other. So
I don't know about that one. Do you think that this cave has any like cave drawings or anything on it?
I'd never seen anything before, but I'm actually about to take a step deep into the cave to investigate. You know, just in the event that there is something there.
Oh my gosh, that's so like it's like a premiere then. I'm totally in for this.
You want to go deeper into the cave with me? I brought my flashlight and
Okay, do you have an extra one? Maybe I could have one. I could use my phone. I can use the one on my phone. I got it.
because those phones, they do everything, it seems like these days, huh?
Right. Yeah.
I've just shunned technology to a large extent myself, but
Oh.
but I mean, it's like I respect other people. Like it's probably like something you're not dependent on. You know, you could do without technology if you had to, right?
I mean, how do you even know what day it is without your phone and what's going on with the Kardashians?
With the what's now?
The Kardashians, never mind.
Okay. Oh, okay.
So, before we go into the cave, this one is wondering, this is really tricky for me to admit because I don't want you to think that like I'm, losing it or anything, but has the cave talked to you too?
What?
Oh, cave hasn't. I'm so embarrassed.
That's okay. Don't worry. There's no embarrassment out here. They didn't have embarrassment in our pioneer times.
Wow. So it hasn't talked to you, is what you're saying. I'm definitely losing it.
No, it's just it's a different experience here. You know, some people become one with the cave or the animals or something. You've just reached a higher plane than me, perhaps.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that makes sense because I'm definitely like evolving my chakra-based roots mindfulness. Mm-hmm.
Cut to Tiffany in the cave, meditating.
Is it or gosh? I knew I should have read more.
Your root chakra is glowing, Tiffany.
Oh my gosh, Cave, is that you? Hey, bestie.
'Tis I, bestie. I'm so glad that you've come further into the cave, and that your relationship with Ranger Smitty seems to be improving.
Relationship? That's silly. I mean, we're like just friends, aren't we? Wait, do you know something, Cave?
I sense something that potentially Ranger Smitty could be the right one for you. As a friend, I wanted to tell you.
Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me?
No, I am not kidding you. There is a glowing in his aura when he is with you, and you as well. I can see.
Well, I mean, you have been around for thousands of years, so you must be right. You must be. But you know what? If we are besties and you've given me this really important detail, because like I'm not gonna lie. If I could be completely honest with you, I've had like a major crush on Ranger Smitty. I mean, why else would I be out here in the middle of the woods? But I didn't know that he like felt the same way. So now I feel like I owe you a favor.
You owe me nothing, Tiffany,
No?
for I act out of selfish motivations. I feel so conflicted.
What's going on, bestie? What are you conflicted about?
I agreed to help Ranger Smitty to win your heart, although I also knew him to be a good match for you, but I agreed because he's going to help free me from the cave.
Oh, you know what? That sounds like an easy peasy trade. But how do we do that? How do we free you?
You must go and read the inscription in the deepest depths of the cave, but I will protect you. Although it will be very dark and there are no vegetables there.
Ew. But you know what? We were kind of already going on this trek anyway. So, like, now that it's like for our purpose and for helping out my bestie who's already helped me out, I'm on board. Let's find this.
Ready to go?
Am I?
You're in a happy mood.
You know, who doesn't love going into deep, dark caves where there's no vegetables and it's really dark to try to find a random picture that may or may not release a spirit from their mortal burden?
The spirit did talk to you.
I knew that they'd talk to you too.
I was embarrassed to admit it.
Ranger Smitty, you don't ever have to be embarrassed with me. I think we're two peas in a pod. Maybe on the different side of the coin, but we're still like, we get along.
Wow. That's incredible. So do you know that I've often long time fancied you?
What? No way. For being like totally on the ups and honest here, I might have some feelings for you.
Oh my God. This is exactly what I hoped for when I invited you out here.
Samesies.
Release me from my bondage.
Oh.
Release me from my bondage.
Look, the cave gets really dark. The cave gets really dark back there, though. I'm thinking, since we've met each other and fallen in love, maybe we should just run off outside the cave.
And not go into the really dark part.
Yes, exactly. Sorry, Spirit. I'm sorry, but it's just, I'm just so happy right now.
You know what? Let's do it. Let's just go.
All right.
Bye, kid.
Bye, Spirit.
What could happen?
Itself. Should I take revenge on these two treacherous mortals and cause a rock fall at the end of the cave, or should I go to a higher purpose? Yes, I cannot act out of hate, even though I have been betrayed. I will remain the spirit of the cave.
And that's our show. Poor cave spirit.
Well, I think that worked to have my camera off, not to break the fourth wall. But
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, because we could hear you. We could hear you. We could hear you.
That's right.
All right.
All right.
Well, we have been
Hi.
David. Sorry, I guess you're waiting for your music, everybody, guys.
Okay.
We've been David Bowie, and you can catch us next season on season 8. We'll find out what nights, probably Tuesdays. And you can also catch us at the end of August in person with legs. Here's our music. Oh, we need volume 2. So many things.
So many things.
All right. Absolutely wonderful. If you are in the Baltimore area, we have a jam coming up tomorrow. It is at the Roland Park Community Center from 7 to 9. You can check out our Facebook page, or you can go to highwireimprov.com for the registration for it. It is free. We just like to kind of get a head count for how many people are going to be there, making the laughs and the funnies. We also have an in-person show this Saturday at the Lou Room. And next Thursday, we have an in-person show at the Down Squares, which is Joe Squared Downstairs. Hence the name Down Squares. I know that Brian is working very, very hard to get the schedule put together for season 8. We've got a lot of new teams and some returning teams. And it's going to be lovely. Also, stay tuned because season 7 awards should be announced soon. All right, coming up for you in the next hour, we've got an amazing group. They are so awesome. They are so professional. They are the Improvfessionals. That's my putting on the music face.
You feel a dream, can't you see getting closer? Just surrender cause you feel the feeling taking over. It's fire, it's freedom, it's flooding open. It's a picture in the pulpit and your blind devotion. There's something breaking at the brick of every wall. It's holding all that you know. So tell me, do you want to go? Where it's covered in all the color lights. Where the runaways are running the night. Impossible comes true.
Woo!
What's up, world? We are the Improvfessionals. As you can tell, the ladies know how to dance. As you can tell, I sure cannot. So we are the Improvfessionals. We do have a lot more members that weren't able to make it tonight, but we do have 3 ladies that are outstanding, and I'll count myself putting in there that will make up different improv games on the spot, seeing what gets taken over. So just for the record,
Andy, an outstanding lady. You're an outstanding lady.
Did I say that? I don't think I said that.
You said you're one of us.
Oh, I said
You called us outstanding ladies, so.
In
One of
2022, women are kicking butt. So there you go. So I gotta agree with you. Sure, I'll take it. But so we are the Improvfessionals. We do have Caroline, we do have Mel, we do have Megan, I am Andy, and we're gonna be doing a lot of short form improv games, most likely. We might grab some long form depending on what's the situation, but we'll just start it off with, just because it is on my phone popping here, because I got a bunch of suggestions on this. So it's an app, Scenes from a Hat. So Scenes from a Hat, we're just going to say random foolish things of whatever that makes us think of. So I can't even show this because as you see, it disappears. So I'm just gonna click it and then tell you what it says. And we'll go in different order, as in order to who's gonna do it, and then we'll raise the hand to see if people wanna go next. But in the beginning, I'll start it, then we'll pass it to Megan, Mel, then Caroline, just because I'm looking at the numbers. So the thing will be rejected endings for the movie Titanic. Rejected endings for the movie Titanic. So I will start it off, and basically, you know what? I say let's just take the plane and forget this ship. It's having a problem. Megan.
There's plenty of room on this board for the both of us, so we'll both survive happily.
Caroline.
Titanic comes back as a ghost ship.
It's just been a giant commercial for iceberg lettuce. Went horribly wrong.
Okay, so I'm gonna click another one just for the heck of, you know what? Figure like this will move a fear. So if a Fear Factor episode was done for celebrity. So Megan, you may start it.
Oh. Okay, everyone, for this Fear Factor, no Botox fillers allowed.
Mel.
Oh, this is awful. It's raw. Get out.
Caroline.
Yeah, so you're gonna need to work in McDonald's for 5 hours. Just 5. See if you can do it.
Yeah, if you don't do that in 30 seconds, you're losing all your money, your household, your wife, your kids, everything. Okay, so now the next one will be Mel, and it is tattoos you'll regret later. Tattoos you'll regret later.
No regrets.
Caroline.
Skin.
Okay, nice makeup on my face, all tattooed, being like, I'm the toughest person on the planet. Megan.
Single forever.
Right there. All right. So now we're passing this to Caroline, who will start with bad things to do during an earthquake. Bad things to do during an earthquake.
All right, Ma, we gotta bury Pa. Start digging the hole.
Yeah, excuse me. Pass me the peanut butter. You know, this is a beautiful picnic, getting a little windy, but pass me the peanut butter. I'm hungry.
I must finish this video game. I am not getting under any cover.
Oh, here you go. How's the champagne?
So we'll call seed. All right, so we'll push that out the door, and that is the game that I'm just blanking out. Scenes from a hat. Sorry. Boom. So I'm reading all these other games that I have listed. So what we're going to start off with just right off the bat, well, not start off with, we did just start, but we'll do 4 corners. So 4 corners, what we'll have is 1, 2 is me and Megan will be on screen in the beginning. And then when they hear switch, I'll take myself off, Mel will pop on, Megan and Mel will be 2 new characters. Then they say switch, Caroline will jump on, Megan will jump off, Mel and Caroline will be 2 new characters, then switch again, then I pop on, and Caroline will stay on and Mel will drop off. The key is we're going to be the same characters in those one scene, but a different character in the other scene. So it's going to be there and we'll be going, each one gets a little shorter, all that good stuff. But before we even start, we'll just ask right off the bat, Mel, we'll ask you for the first scene, which is myself and Megan, what relationship do you think we should be?
Student, driver, and instructor.
Student, driver, and instructor. Perfect. So now I'm going to ask Caroline, the next one, which would be Megan and Mel. What relationship do you think those 2 should be?
Apple orchard owner and patron.
Okay, apple orchard owner and a
And
patriot.
Patron.
Patron.
Person who's trying to purchase some pretty apples.
Right. Caroline trying to show me my ignorance, but no, I got it. Okay. So now the third one, which will be Mel and Caroline. So I'm going to give them a suggestion of they are 2 women that, you know what, are the president of their company now. So that's the president and the vice president of whatever company that they are running. So they're president and vice president of their own company. And then
Girl bosses.
Then perfect girl bosses. Then the next one, which will be Caroline and myself. Megan, you're gonna give us two other characters, but not related. They're not people, should I say? They might be a sock and a shoe. They could be two ATM machines. Something that Meg could be a fork and a spoon. I don't want to take too many things out, but it could be anything in existence. Obviously, we would talk. But what would you like to give us?
A lamp and a light bulb.
Lamp and light bulb. Okay, so before we start, we'll just get the rundown. So myself and Megan, our first relationship, we are a student and an instructor driver. The next one, which is Megan and Mel, what is your two relationships?
Apple
Orchard owner and patron.
Don't blame me, blame that on Caroline, just joking. The next one is for Mel and Caroline. What is your two relationships?
We're two women who also happen to be the presidents of the company. We're the president and the vice president of the company. That's what we are.
Okay, perfect. And then the final switch is Caroline and myself, and me and you are a lamp and a light bulb. There we go. So when we are ready, which we are, me and Megan will begin.
Okay, now we're just going to practice parallel parking. So hands at 10 and 2. And okay, Davey, I know you can do it this time.
Yeah. I mean, but you're saying 10 and 2, and 10 and 2 is like so old days, I mean, come on, 10 and 2. I have a digital clock. You see, it says 10 and 2. There's no 10 on 2 of the clock. So you should be failing, not me.
Oh, I appreciate you calling me out on that. I've been teaching this for 30 years. It's time I get some new lingo. Okay, right. I got this. Put your hands at one bunny ear and a second bunny ear.
Okay, so do I do the bunnies? No, just the on the ear parts. Okay, I get that. All right. So I appreciate it. I'm a bit nervous because, I do want to pass this.
Okay, well, I'm going to time you using this hourglass filled with sand. So you only have 60 seconds to parallel park.
Oh, so I could speed. I'm speed parking. I love how you think. You're a great instructor. So I'm speed parking. This is not slow. It's time.
Well, you have 60 seconds to get it perfect. And my sand timer, it's been with me for 30 years. It's a trusty sand timer.
Right, 30 years. That's a long time. So you didn't time it when you got the timekeeper. But so I'm going to speed park. I like that. I love speed parking. I love the way you're thinking. Oh, yeah. All right. So here we go here. I would say put on your seatbelt because we're, that looks like a tight fit. Switch.
Well, worms are a sign of good apples.
I am vegan, so I just don't know that I can enjoy an apple with a worm.
Well, I understand, but it's the cycle of life. You see, the worm eats the apple, you eat the worm. It's just how life goes sometimes.
I see what you're saying, and I'm really into organic and spiritual stuff like that. So on that note, then I will go ahead and pay you with the spirit of kindness.
Oh, well, we do love the spirit of kindness here, but I am going to need some actual money because that's how I stay afloat, you see. So if you would be kind enough to pay me for these scrumptious apples.
The thing is, I'm with you on the cycle of life. And I feel like part of that is just, giving fruit for kindness.
I see. Well, we do have some apples that are worm free, but you see, they're a bit bitter. The worms don't like them.
Oh.
Don't either.
I think I would enjoy those because if I eat a bitter apple, it'll make my face pucker. And that's just kind of like enhancing the aging, part of the cycle of life.
Switch.
Hello, fellow girl boss. Supervisor, girl boss. You're the president.
Right. I did get the promotion, so we do have to act more professional, at least on company grounds.
Yeah.
We're definitely going drinking later.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't say that here, but.
I got the Q3 reports.
Good.
They look reporty.
Yes, very, very reporty. I do love the font you chose. I think Calibri is always a great bet.
You know, I tried a couple of different ones, and that one, it just felt right.
It just spoke to you, right? That's your girl boss instinct right there. I mean, your vice president instinct.
Yes, right. Yes. I mean, we are women, but
we're professionals first and
Yes.
foremost. We're executives of this bubblegum company, and we will conduct ourselves as such.
yes. I did want to mention that thinking about research is looking into making Tic Tacs.
Switch. Well, I'll be honest with you, you know, I've been stuck in you for a while. You know, you're a cute lamp and all, but you're kind of boring.
Oh, Brucey boy. I don't think you fully understand how this works. See, I am the lamp. I stay, you go.
Yeah, I sort of figured that out, you know, and I do think I know like my lifetime expectancy reaching the hours are like limited.
Yeah, you're gonna blow.
Right, yeah, I'm gonna blow. You seem to be a little too happy with that.
Well, you know what, Bruce? I have noticed that since you were installed, that I've been turned on less. Far less, like barely at all.
You know, that's good news. So maybe I'm going to be around a little bit longer than I realized. I didn't think that way.
Yeah, I'm not thinking so because I don't know if you've noticed, Brucey, but there's a lot of packing boxes around here. And one thing that I know about moving, they don't bring the light bulbs with them.
Switch.
Okay, Davey, I've been keeping track on my advocates, and you've had 5 chances already at the speed parallel parking. You have not successfully completed it yet.
Right. I mean, let's be real though. It's not my fault you didn't make the car like indestructible because, you know, I'm trying to hit the cars as hard as I can, but you tell me to slow down. And when you tell me to slow down, yet speed up, you're confusing me.
I see why it might be confusing because, you know, this driver's ed car, it's the same one we've been using forever. This Ford Pinto, you know, it's a little tricky to maneuver. So I'll give you another chance.
You're giving me, well, that's very kind of you, very nice of you. I'm sort of thinking, yeah, we could do this. I mean, I believe in myself. I'm going to pat myself on the back and say, I'm going to nail this.
Okay.
So I'm just wondering though, like, what am I getting by speed parking? You know what I mean? Like, what's the point in speed parking?
It mimics real life when there's a line of traffic impatiently waiting for you to parallel park. And we just need to get you in there quickly so people don't hate you.
Yeah, I'm sort of understanding where you're coming from, but I'm also thinking maybe you should be teaching me like a Taekwondo, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, or some type of fighting art if I'm going to be arguing with everybody, not speed parking. I don't get it.
I see what you're saying. You know, it's a good thing, you know, I actually have a whole training regimen, you know, with the chickens. You can chase some chickens around to build agility. And I have, yeah, you know, I have some cool old school techniques you could use.
Switch.
All right. I got a deal for you. There's these apples that are way, way on the top of the tree. The worms can't get to those, and they're delicious. But the thing is, I'm afraid of heights. So if you can climb all the way up there, they're yours.
Oh, well, I sure can. It's a good thing I do Pilates. I will be. What?
Oh, yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Are you all right?
My ankle. Oh, it's swelling like a grapefruit, but it's part of the cycle of life. Yeah.
It is. Happened to me too. That's why I've never gone up there since.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's really swelling. It's okay. It's part of nature. I like natural.
You know what's just the thing for swelling? Apple pectin. Here you go.
Oh, thank
On
you.
there.
Oh, it seems to be attracting some bees and wasps.
Oh, that's part of the cycle of life too, I'm afraid.
Yeah, okay. I will not harm the wasps or bees that are stinging me because I'm vegan. Ow, part of the cycle of life.
Well, as long as you're not allergic to any of them, you'll be fine.
Okay, just mildly. Okay, my arms are swelling up. Oh, like giant snakes. Oh boy.
Oh, well, the apple pectin controls the swelling, but it just might attract some more bees, but that's sort of the cycle of life. You get the picture.
Okay, worth a try. I'll just put another coat of that on. Yeah.
All right.
Switch.
Well, I've got the 2-2 reports, and guess what? Tic Tacs is copyrighted. So it's a few months of work down the drain.
Well, what if we called them TikToks? Oh, wait, that's copyrighted too. Damn it.
Minty Bits.
Minty Bits.
Minty Bits, yeah, right? You know, I don't think anybody else says that ever.
That's true. I've never heard anyone say that.
Yeah.
Minty Bits.
Minty Bits.
I think it's catchy.
Yeah, I think I could hear it in the jingle, you know, like there's my Minty Bits. Right?
Yeah, Minty Bits.
Yeah.
This is a good idea.
Yeah.
This is why you're vice president. You always bring these excellent ideas to me.
Are we gonna go out later? It's like we haven't been going out as much, you know, like since you got this job. And
I know. I do have a lot of paperwork. You know, Brad, he always uses the wrong formatting. I have to stay late and correct it.
you know, it's just
You know how it is. You know how it is.
you know, maybe I got a little promotion.
Switch.
I took over.
So, as you know, you're pretty boring and you're saying they don't use you much.
They don't use me because you are inside of me. And once you are outside of me, they will turn me on again.
Yeah, but once they take me outside of you, you won't be able to turn on until they replace me.
Yeah. They will screw in somebody better. You are a bad screw.
Yeah, okay. That's not sounding great, but in reality, I'm sort of thinking maybe it's you, because people usually don't look at the light bulb, they look at the lamp. And if they're stopping using you, don't blame me.
Okay, I am a very, very useful lamp. Okay, as you can see, I fit in any room. Look, I the bottom of me is like a stegosaurus. All right, you know, I am topical in any room. I could be in a bathroom, a bedroom of children or adults.
Right, but again, wherever you're at, obviously I can fit because I am a lot smaller.
But you're not the right color. That's the problem. You see, I always used to have a red light in me because that's what Timothy liked. And now they've got you in here and you're just plain old white. And that's why they're not turning me on anymore, is because you're just plain old white. All right. I need fancy bulbs, not you.
Yeah, but again, if you look down the hallway, the other light bulb in the hallway, it's white and it's on all the time. Switch.
Davy.
Yeah. I don't get it though. I mean, you failed me. I mean, I tore the car apart, but you would tell me to hurry.
Davy, I am old fashioned, so I will do you a solid and I will accept a bribe if you want to pass this.
Oh, a bribe. Yeah, I definitely could do a bribe. I definitely could do a bribe. So you're gonna have to tell me what you like because there's certain things I can do and there's certain things obviously I cannot do.
Okay, well, whew, I'll charge you the high price of $10. I know that's a lot of money, but that's always
Switch.
my rate.
Here you go. I brought you a mess of apples that you can eat in the hospital. There you go. I know
Oh.
the hospital food is terrible.
Well, I certainly appreciate that, and I'm looking forward to my time in the hospital. And the prognosis is not good, but I accept and understand. Part of the circle of life.
Exactly. That the stings and the broken ankle, all of that, part of the circle of life. But these apples are, what did you call them? A gift of kindness?
Oh, wow, it looks like there's worms in these ones. So I guess a part of the circle of life will have to come haunt you if things don't go well.
Well, that's not, please, I already have a ghost in my orchard. That's part of why the ladder, it's cursed.
Whoa.
I can't have
Makes
enough
sense.
ghosts.
Yeah, it all makes sense. I get it now. And sorry to say, you're going to have 2 ghosts on your hands now.
Switch.
Oh. So you decided to do the Minty Bits thing without
Yeah.
me. That's fine.
Yeah, I mean, that made the most sense. Minty Bits, when we talked about it, seems like a good plan.
Right. But with your promotion, people were taking your idea and wanting to start a new company with you and not me.
Well, yeah.
Well, that's fine. That's fine. I actually had an idea too. I'm going to make dinosaur gummy bears. Yeah, Stegolicious.
Oh. Well, I'm gonna make Apple Jacks. Apple hoops, which are hoops.
Switch. So I'll tell you, they've been trying to sell us for like 3 weeks now here in the garage sale. It's not looking good for either one of us.
Can't believe Timmy's done with me. He's still so young. He's only 19.
I really don't care about him, to be honest with you. I just kind of like to be turned on, and I haven't been turned on in a while.
Yeah, and whose fault do you think that is? If you weren't that color, then they would have been flicking my switch all over the place.
You always like to put the blame. I mean, let's be real. You're a bit boring, and I'm just plain. So we kind of work together, just not very well.
I have a Stegosaurus as my base. You have a screw.
And we'll call scene. All right, so give yourself a hand. So everybody can come back up. So that is 4 corners. So I'm just looking right here. That pops up on my thing. All righty. So we're gonna do another pun game. I know. So we did with that one. So we didn't do divorce court, right? No, I'm just blanking out. So we're gonna do divorce court. So divorce court, I'll say a thing, and we're gonna go around twice each time. Instead of doing the raising the hand, we're just gonna go twice, even though the last one I didn't raise the hand. I just figured it'd go better with the smooth speed. So I'll start it off, pass it over to, we're gonna actually do it backwards. So I'll do it, then Caroline, then Mel, then Megan, then back to myself, and back around one more time. And then we'll ask Caroline her thing, and Megan, Mel around after twice, then Megan, and also. So all it is back in divorce court, my ex called me blank. So I'm gonna say what the blank is and start it off. And then Caroline will go after me, say the same words, but obviously change the punchline.
So we're going backwards order, right?
Yes. things that you go, yes. So it's like perfect. So it goes down to, I'm just gonna say tree, because I'm looking out the window, I do see a tree, so the punchline will be tree. So back in divorce court, my ex called me tree, because I had a lot of bark.
Back in divorce court, my ex called me tree because she wanted me to leave.
Back in divorce court, my ex called me tree because I was stiff.
Back in divorce court, my ex called me tree because a lot of parts of me are real sticky.
Back in divorce court, my ex called me tree because I just love to grow at the wrong time.
Back in divorce court, my ex called me tree because she said I felt like a root canal.
Back in divorce court, my ex called me tree because I had a lot of junk in my trunk.
Back in divorce court, my ex called me tree because I'm fun to climb.
Back in divorce court, my ex called me tree just because I like to be green. All right, so we're gonna push that. I kind of did the thing messed up order, but so Caroline, we're gonna go around twice. She'll finish it and she'll end it. But whatever your pun is, you'll say what the pun is, then you'll give it to us. So didn't sound right, but you know.
Okay, the word is basket. So back in divorce court, my ex called me basket because I was a basket case.
Back in divorce court, my ex called me basket because I was always weaving in and out of her life.
Back in divorce court, my ex called me basket because I was really only good at holding a bunch of stuff.
Back in divorce court, my ex called me basket because I always love to hop around.
Back in divorce court, my ex called me basket because she wanted to untangle me while holding me underwater.
Back in divorce court, my ex called me basket because I was no picnic.
Back in divorce court, my ex called me basket because I'm best stuffed in the back of a closet.
Back in divorce court, my ex called me basket because I love to swish.
Back in divorce court, my ex called me basket because it rhymed with casket.
All right, now you're gonna give us a new word and start it off.
Back in divorce court, my ex called me brick because I was always getting laid.
Back in divorce court, my ex called me brick because I can be pretty heavy.
Back in divorce court, my ex called me brick because I love to be kind of like one of the little piggies.
Back in divorce court, my ex called me brick because I looked better outside of the house.
Back in divorce court, my ex called me brick because he could huff and puff, but he couldn't blow me down.
Back in divorce court, my ex called me brick because I was stone cold.
Back in divorce court, my ex called me brick because I love to play with good old Saint Nick.
Back in divorce court, my ex called me brick because she said I was as dense as one.
Back in divorce court, my ex called me brick because I was square.
Right, perfect. So you're gonna hold for a second, Megan. You're gonna give us a new word and then you're gonna use it.
Soup. Back in divorce court, my ex called me soup because I was so salty.
Back in divorce court, my ex called me soup because I thought I was hot.
Back in divorce court, my ex called me soup because my brain is like soup.
Back in divorce court, my ex called me soup because he only wanted me around when he was sick.
Back in divorce court, my ex called me soup because I was cheap.
Back in divorce court, my ex called me soup because I love to noodle around.
Back in divorce court, my ex called me soup. She said it was an acronym for something, but she wouldn't tell me what.
Back in divorce court, my ex called me soup because I was always kicking the can down the road.
Back in divorce court, my ex called me soup because I was pretty dented up.
All right, so we'll call scenes and give yourselves a hand. All right, perfect. So now we're gonna end up doing a game called Experts. So we decided that Caroline, she's gonna end up being the host of this game called Experts. I'm going to be expert number 1, Megan's going to be expert number 2, and Mel's going to be expert number 3. The key is we're in this talk show. Caroline's going to ask us questions, whether we get some from the audience or not. Caroline knows, and she'll let us know as it happens, and we're going to answer it being that expertise that we are giving. So what we're going to ask for each person, just in general, is I'll ask Caroline, give me an expertise in something, and then I'll give an expertise in something for Megan, and Megan's going to give the expertise to Mel, and then Mel will give some type of, I'm going to say the wrong word.
Quirk.
I'm cooking. Twerk. No.
Quirk.
Quirk.
Quirk is
Quirk
something
is what is
A
a
buddy check, right? Okay, well, you can do that if you like. I like that quirk,
can
but
be a
that's
quirk.
all right. So, Caroline, when you get a chance, please give me an expertise.
Your expertise is in curtains.
Acquaintance. Okay, so I'm an expert in acquaintance. All right. So now, Megan, you will be an expert in all. You know what? We're just gonna say all. How do you say the yodeling? You're an expert in all yodeling.
Mel, you are an expert in bushes being shaped like dinosaurs.
Right.
And give Caroline that
Quirk.
word. Yes.
Quirk.
Thank you.
She's always scratching her head and going,
All right, perfect. So before we start, we're gonna get it around in the order to see what's what. So I am an expert in acquaintance. Megan.
I am expert in yodeling.
I'm an expert in bushes shaped like dinosaurs.
I am the host and I am constantly scratching my head and going,
Okay.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for joining my podcast tonight. It has been absolutely wonderful having you all on, although it was a little startling when you all came at the exact same time. Seems I had a bit of a booking issue. So we are in my small studio. I did find some folding chairs, and we're going to get started today. All right, expert number 1, can you introduce yourself?
Yes, I am Shade Sunlight. Simple to the point, Shade Sunlight, and I am an expert in curtains.
And expert number 2, can you introduce yourself?
Hello, I am Yolanda Yolo, and my expertise is yodeling.
Yes, great. And expert number 3, can you introduce yourself?
Hello, I am Dinah Soar, not Dinah Shore, the singer. That's a big misconception. Dinah Soar, and I am an expert in bushes shaped like dinosaurs.
Wow, amazing. Yes, okay. So today we're just going to start with some really simple questions. Our first question is, of course, going to be, what is the horoscope of your favorite pet? Yeah, expert number 1, can you start answering that question? What is the horoscope of your favorite pet?
Well, that's very, very easy. And it is, my favorite pet is the great dog, because dog is a man's best friend. And the horoscope is the great, turnover of dogs, because dogs love to be turned over so you could see the inside or outside, kind of like a curtain, because if you don't show both sides, it's like, how do we know what's the better end? So it's great to see the nose, the butt, the legs, the toes, and sometimes let them puke. It's great to see it all. Again, just like a good, nice shade, it's great to see it all.
Wow, that was profound. Expert number 2, same question. What is the horoscope of your favorite pet?
My favorite goat, Gruffy, is a Gemini, and Gruffy loves it because as a Gemini, he likes the low notes and the high notes.
Wow, that makes so much sense. And lastly, expert number 3, what is the horoscope of your favorite pet?
Well, my favorite pet is actually my hedge that's shaped like a Tyrannosaurus Rex. And some people wouldn't consider that a pet. I certainly do. And I would say that he's a Libra because he's very balanced, perfect proportions.
Wow, wow, wow. So in depth. Wow. Wow. Right. So naturally, of course, that question leads into our second question for the night, which is, of course, if you had to pick a shelving unit, which one would you pick? Expert number 2, can you answer that for us? If you had to pick a shelving unit, which one would you pick?
For sure, IKEA Florbajor Hornin. Yes. It's very smooth.
Yeah. Expert number 3, picking a shelving unit, which one are you picking?
Well, I would choose to actually assemble my own shelving unit and have shrubbery growing around it. And then I could have a dinosaur climbing it that looks like King Kong. It would be a great art project.
Wow. Yeah. And expert number 1, what would your favorite shelving unit be? Which would you pick?
Well, I think it's an easy one because it should be a shower curtain because everyone should be taking at least a bath or a shower once a day at least.
Yeah.
And you should be able to play with your shower curtain when you're taking a shower or a bath. Enjoy your curtain, your shower.
Yeah. And we did get a question from our audience tonight. They are asking us, let's see here. Oh yes, very pertinent question. Where should you take a date on your 5th date? All right, expert number 3, where would you take somebody on a 5th date? Where should they go?
5th date, well, I would take them to a dinosaur park that is also a botanical garden.
Yeah.
It's very hard to find. There aren't many out there. It's a very niche thing, but it's growing.
Growing.
Mhm.
Great pun. Now, expert number 1, where would you take a date on your 5th date?
I would take my date, which would be the 5th date. That's a special date. You know, I mean, 5 dates is a lot. So it doesn't matter where you live. If you live in New York, take them to Broadway. Let them go behind the curtains. Let them invest. But if you don't live in New York, don't be so cheap. Take them to New York so they could go to Broadway. You could go behind the curtains and you can enjoy.
Wow. And expert number 2, where would you take your date on the 5th date?
Oh, definitely. I'm a high roller. So we would go to Austria, where The Sound of Music was filmed, and stop by the Ricola factory for some dessert. And I do like Dinah's comment about botanical gardens. So perhaps we could be 5th dates together. Ooh la la.
Wow. I'm feeling a real connection here. That's great. Speaking of connections, if you had to promote a product, and this is our last question, but if you had to promote a product, what product would you promote? Expert number 1.
Oh, well, I like that you asked that. So I personally think everybody should get new curtains for their car. So it basically has an alarm. So it's an alarm curtain, but every car should be mandatory to have it. So you don't officially know what car is underneath. Is it an amazing car? Is it a crap car? Who cares? It's your car. So it's priceless. Be under that curtain, alarmed, and enjoy.
Wow. Great product. Expert number 2, what product would you like to promote?
Absolutely. It would be a steel tuning fork. So you can start your yodeling at just the perfect tone of yodel, hee hoo, C sharp.
Wow. Didn't know that yodeling started at C sharp. That's great to know. Yeah. And lastly, expert number 3, what would be one product you would like to promote?
Oh, I would like to promote these wonderful hedge clipping shears I have. See, what's so special about them is the handles are really short, kind of like a T-Rex's arms, and that allows you to get really precise with it.
Yeah, kind of like scissors, but great. Okay. So thank you all for joining me tonight. Next week, I swear we'll have the correct and singular expert here joining us, but thank you. Thank you to all the experts today. Thank you.
All right, so I'll call it there. So give yourselves a hand. So thank you. Great job, ladies. And so a couple things in my head. So we still have a little time, which is always great. So I'm thinking here. Bad thing about myself, I think of stuff and then I forget what I was just thinking about. That's why I need to write stuff down, which I don't do, which is pretty amazing. Wow, it's just so, I didn't write it down because I'm like, how am I going to forget it? But I should know that I'm going to forget it. So we're just going to do a quick fun game and then we're going to, hopefully I'll remember what the heck I was going to do. But so we're going to do another quick fun game. So we did the one with that. So you know what? We'll do straight up sex with me. So it's kind of like the divorce court, but people seem to love sex with me just in general. Not with me. If you want to find out how you doing, that's what I'm talking about, but that's not what I'm saying. So people do seem to like the sex with me game overall. It's like the one that is big vocal and all that. So right now, just sort of, we'll start it in the backwards mode. So I'm going to have Caroline start it off, and then we'll have Mel, Megan, and then myself. And Caroline's going to say whatever it is before she says it. She'll say what the word is, then she'll say sex with me is blank. And it'll go around twice, and then Caroline will finish it off the third and final time, and then Mel will start a brand new one, tell us the word, and then say it. So go for it, Caroline, when you are ready.
Receipt. Sex with me is like a receipt, long and unnecessary.
Sex with me is like a receipt. When it's offered to people, most of the time they just say, nah, no thanks.
Sex with me is like a receipt. It's something that you really want to keep pristine.
Sex with me is like a receipt. It's kind of like endless numbers, keeps going on and on and on.
Sex with me is like a receipt. It's more eco-friendly if it's emailed.
Sex with me is like a receipt. You can find me in your nearest grocery store.
Sex with me is like a receipt, very flat.
Sex with me is like a receipt. It's the other paper. It ain't toilet paper, no crack.
Sex with me is like a receipt. You can find it pinned up on your mom's fridge.
All right, perfect. So Mel, you're gonna say the word and then you're gonna start it, please.
Speaking of fridge, magnet. Sex with me is like a magnet. I'll cling to you.
Sex with me is like a magnet, very colorful.
Sex with me is like a magnet. It's actually better in the fridge.
Sex with me is like a magnet. I don't attract anything.
Sex with me is like a magnet. I have a magnetic pull.
Sex with me is like a magnet, very cheap.
Sex with me is like a magnet. She stole my line, but that's okay because I'll just cling.
Sex with me is like a magnet. No matter if you put too much stuff behind me, I just won't stick.
Sex with me is like a magnet. I'm good at pinning things.
Perfect. So Megan, you're gonna give us a new word, say the word, and then start it off, please.
Lipstick. Sex with me is like lipstick, very creamy.
Sex with me is like lipstick. You'll like the way it looks.
Sex with me is like lipstick. May or may not contain fish.
Sex with me is like lipstick. I leave a trace.
Sex with me is like lipstick, easily lost.
Sex with me is like lipstick. It always works great on the women.
Sex with me is like lipstick. It doesn't come out easily in the wash.
Sex with me is like lipstick. Best when it's red.
Sex with me is like lipstick, dries out easily.
All right, so we'll call it there. So now I'll give the new word and we'll start with that. So I'm just seeing the dumb alcohol things behind me. So we'll say alcohol. Sex with me is like alcohol. It's a lot better when we both have some.
Sex with me is like alcohol. You get addicted.
Sex with me is like alcohol. It's best when you're hung over.
Sex with me is like alcohol, often diluted.
Sex with me is like alcohol. Make sure there's no lighter too close to us.
Sex with me is like alcohol, often at a club.
Sex with me is like alcohol. It's best on the rocks.
Sex with me is like alcohol, a fire hazard.
All right, so God, that's a great. Oh no, I actually should have finished,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
No, I'm sorry, I'm just blanking. So sex with me is like alcohol. Low calorie or not? I can't even do that. I used to be able to pop my mouth easily when I was young. I'm just, wow, I'm losing a lot of stuff. But so we got time for one more game. So we're gonna end up doing, of course, oh, Oracle. I did blank out, but now I remember. So great Oracle. So great Oracle, we have 3 very intelligent ladies here that are gonna be one. So with the great Oracle, we're gonna do it in the number order that they are. So Megan will start. She's saying one word. Mel's gonna continue one word. Caroline's continue, and they'll finish their sentence one word. The difference with great Oracle, they'll be talking like this, moving their arms slow. Once they're done answering their question, they're all gonna speed up like this. So that's how we know they ended their question. Then I get to ask them another question. So great Oracle's always moving, just super slow. And then when the question's asked, they move their hands super quick. So they know, because they're one, that the question is over. So great Oracle, I'm thrilled that you're here. My question is, what is the best gift to give a lady to go out with me?
The
Best
Gift.
is
your
Heart.
Okay, yeah, I mean, you're the great Oracle and you just know just about everything. But I've tried so many times and it really hasn't been very successful. So I do want to ask you, great Oracle, how do I show my heart that they really see what I'm about?
tell
them
Your
secrets.
Okay, well, I like how you're thinking. You're the great Oracle, you know it all. But I'm just looking for that one special lady. I mean, I'd love to be a gigolo, but I'm not a gigolo. I'm trying to find one lady. And you're saying talk to them like I love the way you think. But great gigolo. So my question is, where is the best place to bring my date on a first date that they will like it and be thrilled with it type of thing?
The
best
place.
for
her
To
enjoy
is
your
private
jet.
Okay, well, yeah, that I understand. I'm glad you said jet. I was getting a little nervous there on myself, especially first date. But you know, I kind of want the lady to fall for my heart, kind of like you said, and not my money. So is there a better place to take her that she wouldn't fall in love with my money and take half of it? Joke.
take
Her
to
your
favorite
place.
and
bring
Your
special
meal.
I mean, you are the great Oracle, and I know you have all the answers, but I do think you're way beyond me even because I don't understand these answers yet. I know they are correct. So I am going to ask you, can you simplify in one, like basically, what should be a line I give to the next lady I see in a bar in a respectful manner, but that she would know that I'm sort of being joking, but also being real at the same time?
you
Are
Going.
to
say
Hello.
and
then
You.
will
say
Goodbye.
Okay. Great Oracle, you know all, and I guess you think short relationships are better. I would I know time's almost running out, so I am just kind of curious, what do you think is the best way for me to give a gift? Say, no, we're going to get away from the relationships because, again, you're a little too quick for myself. It just doesn't impact. But if I want to get my grandfather a gift, say it's his birthday, what's a great gift to give my grandfather and why, Great Oracle?
A
Grandfather,
Would.
love
a
Grandchild.
Okay, yeah, I think this is back to my original question. So, but again, you're the Great Oracle, you know the right answers. So I do have two questions before it's all time. So I will ask the next. So I'm trying to figure out how to get this. How would you say being the Great Oracle and all, but me not being the Great Oracle, how do I get that to happen, Great Oracle?
you
should
Dress.
very
nicely.
Okay, all right, that's interesting. Okay, but it's kind of like a work of art. Some people's beauty is crap to others, while vice versa, some crap is beauty to others. So I'm guessing that's the same manner. So to me, I actually do love the circus. So to me, do you think it's okay for me to maybe dress up as a clown? And that would make me get a better relationship developed?
if
You,
Dress.
like
Clown.
you
will
Need.
a
single
Rose.
and
alone.
With.
your
Cats.
Okay, thank you, Great Oracle. You know it all. I sure don't. So I guess I'm gonna have to go get myself a cat. So just so I know what's going on. So thank you. And everyone, give yourself a hand. So that'll be our set for tonight. Just for the record, we are the Improvfessionals. We do have Caroline, we have Mel, we have Megan. I am Andy. We do this show usually every month with Highwire, and we appreciate them letting us perform. They're outstanding. So I would watch their shows live in Baltimore usually, I believe it is. But it comes down to we do perform every week on Social Distant Improv online. We also perform in a monthly show at Facebook Improv at its best improv shows and classes around the world. YouTube, July 29th will be the next one. And there's like 11 hours plus with 23 acts going at this point. So improv teams, stand-up comedians, and everybody performing. But thank you so much, Highwire. Thank you, ladies. You did a great job. So thank you, Highwire, and thank you, Millie, for letting us participate.
So tell me, do you want to go where it's covered in all the colored lights, where the runaways are running the night? Impossible comes true, it's taking over you. We light it up, we won't come down, and the sun can't stop us now.
Great. That was so fun, Improvfessionals. Thank you so much. This wraps up your season 7 last show, but I do hope that you guys have submitted for season 8. We're looking forward to seeing teams that we have seen in the past return, as well as some new faces popping up on the schedule. Alrighty, everybody. Have a great evening. Stay safe. Remember to hydrate, and for heaven's sake, please go vote. Good night.